When I did my college search, they give you a lot of tools in high school to look things up and kind of be able to see in a general radius. I didn't want to be very far from home. Right here I'm about an hour and 15 minutes or so, and Misericordia came up on my search, obviously, hence why I'm here. And I came and toured the school. I liked their education program, I liked their English program, and out of all the schools I toured maybe like 5 or 8 different places throughout like Pennsylvania and New Jersey. That here was the best connection I had with professors, with the curriculum that I would be able to become a part of. I was able to sit in classes. I was able to meet Dr. Hamilton, who's the head of the English department here. I was able to meet a couple other professors and see them at work and get to talk to them and learn firsthand what my college experience was going to be like if I chose Misericordia. And it was very like family-oriented and community-oriented, and it wasn't too big, which was something that was a preference for myself. So it made my choice a lot easier. This felt like home very much from the first time I came and visited. As a senior, obviously, graduate school is something that I've considered. Misericordia has the BA to MA program that's with the University of Reading, which is in Reading, England, where you complete your master's degree in a single year. That's how most English universities do it. I've already been accepted to the University of Reading for graduate studies. I'm applying to other universities for graduate studies as well. And then I plan to obviously take those opportunities. My love of English has been throughout my whole life, and Misericordia has only deepened that and made me want to explore that more and spend longer time in higher academia. And once I do that, I plan to teach. I'm on the secondary education track, so I plan to come back to the States and teach and use everything that Misericordia taught me, and then what I will learn in graduate school wherever I end up going, and apply that to my classroom and hopefully instill the love of literature and English in a bunch of other high school students like I was with my own teachers, and hopefully be able to create more English majors and more English teachers. For the most part, I think excluding one professor, I've had every single professor in the English department as a teacher. I think definitely one of, if not the most influential English professor for me is Dr. Becky Steinberger. She was the first professor I met when I toured. Going back to that family and community feeling, Dr. Becky, after I left as a senior in high school, emailed me, invited me to university events and all these different things. And when I came back to school, and I didn't have her my first semester, unfortunately, ran into me in a hallway, looked at me, knew exactly who I was, and was like, "Why aren't you in my class?" I've taken many classes with her since. I'm in class with her now for Shakespeare. And she's been an amazing influence on me as a student in terms of encouraging me to expand upon my horizons in the English field and infuse it in everything that I do. I'm a very artsy person, and all of the creative outlets that I have into making the English department a part of that, and my family that is guiding me through that. So definitely Dr. Becky and Dr. Amanda Caleb, who is also involved in the medical health and humanities here at Misericordia. I had her for Victorian literature last year as a junior. And that is a class I've always wanted to take. I've always been very interested in Victorian literature, and it's something that I wanted to pursue in graduate school, but I wanted to be sure that I liked it and understood it properly before I made that big leap. And having that course there absolutely changed my life in the sense that when I go to graduate school, I will be specializing in Victorian studies regardless of wherever I go. Everywhere I'm applying has that specific pathway or track for that very purpose. And she'll be advising my thesis in the coming spring, which will also be on Victorian literature, because she is able to teach that with such a depth of understanding of multiple disciplines of history, of English, of medicine, and how medical practices influence the humanities in different ways. And that's been something very inspiring to me as well. On campus here, we don't specifically have a theater department, but we definitely have a wide range of students who are interested in theater, which allows students of multiple majors to become a part of theater and be able to participate in it without having to worry about having to be a part of a specific major or a minor, though we do have a theater minor. I've worked in theater here at Misericordia, Le Mans Theater, as a work study for almost 2 years now, running audio, lighting, cameras, that kind of thing. I've been a part of the MU Players, so the acting on stage side since a freshman. We've done a lot of different musicals and straight shows throughout the years. Our biggest one being Jesus Christ Superstar, where we broke tons of records with that. That was my first show at this university as a sophomore. That was a life-changing experience. There's a lot of great people you meet there. It's very interesting to have multiple disciplines, especially when you spend a lot of your time with your discipline. It's very interesting when our Jesus and Superstar is a PT student, and we have an English major playing Mary Magdalene, and we have early childhood teacher playing Peter. It's a very interesting dynamic to have all these different people from these different walks of life come together for one unified purpose. I'm the president of Sigma Tau Delta, which is the International English Language Honor Society that we have on campus here. Through that, we've done a lot of fundraising for different scholarships for incoming students. A lot of different things with COVID obviously has changed a lot of our lives and how we act in this world and in the academic world especially. So doing fundraisers for that, selling masks and all kinds of clothing orders and things like that to try to raise awareness and help other people and promote safe procedures on our campus to make sure anyone who comes and visits and anyone who goes to school here always feels safe. Being on the campus ministry team, which is in the Bank Student Life Center. Obviously, the way we do Mass is different, but as a Catholic university, our Catholic values and our charisms are so important to who we are as Misericordia students and faculty and staff that working with that, even though COVID has made things more difficult, is so important. And for me, as someone who I've always gone to Catholic schools and my faith is something that's very important to me, to be able to work on that with other students and have that be your unifying factor at a Catholic university is something that's very important as well. I would say not to be scared about going away for school. I was very convinced that I was going to be a commuter student. I was very scared of being too far away from home. I'm the oldest in my family, so it wasn't like I had anyone in my house to look up to kind of be like, well, they did it and they were fine, they survived. So kind of just to not be scared and to realize that you know what you want already, so just go for it instead of hemming and hawing about, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know if I'd be up for that opportunity. Like, you are, you know you are. So there's no point in not going for it because you know the correct answer, everyone else around you knows the correct answer, so you might as well just accept it and do it because it's going to be a great time.